A lame comparison. Will Princess Lilibet Diana of Sussex be more famous when she grows up than her frumpy cousin Charlotte? Prince Harry's property dispute within the British royal family. These are the hot topics we've got to talk about. So today we're going to clarify everything together in this video. Welcome back to our YouTube channel. So let's get this straight. First of all, Princess Charlotte is going to be a senior royal when she's a grown-up, and she's going to be the sister to the king. And I'm sure she's also going to be drop-dead gorgeous like her mother. Lilibet is going to be known as the daughter of that narcissistic evil witch who was not a very successful actress, and then made a whole career out of telling lies and trying to destroy her in-laws' family. And as for frumpy, who is calling Charlotte frumpy other than Meghan Markle? Charlotte is beautiful. And let's note the use of the title princess with Meghan's child and not the other. Charlotte's parents were also legally married before her birth, so I don't believe that she is first and foremost a Middleton like some people are saying. And finally, considering the beauty and grace of both her parents and also their income, I don't believe that she's going to grow up to be frumpy. Come on. I think she's going to be a lot like her mother. She's going to be athletic and she's going to be really beautiful, probably really tall too. But why are people calling her frumpy? Why are people being so mean to this little girl? Really, we should let all these kids just be kids. Leave them alone. Let them grow up and become whatever it is they want to become. Meghan's squatties, though, need to drop it. They need to leave the beautiful Charlotte alone. Now, personally, I have only ever seen that one single first birthday photo of Elizabeth, who, of course, many people claim is somebody else's child. The only photos I have seen of her from the back of her head, I think the other photos at least. And we can say the same with her invisible brother. So what exactly are Harry and Meghan trying to hide? Perhaps Meghan is embarrassed of the children. Maybe she's embarrassed to admit that the children are not really hers. And that's why she always has to pay the kids' parents off so that she can use them in her little game. Meghan only takes photos of the back of the children so the world cannot see who they really are. I kind of think this is just rage bait. How absurd to refer to a child as frumpy, as if what she wears is her choice. To be fair, we should expect her to become a fashion icon. She's just a little girl, though. Through accident of birth, she was placed in a really vulnerable position. It's a position I don't envy. And maybe somebody needs to get their eyes checked. This is the future Princess Royal. She is going to be her brother's support. And right now, she is the most famous young royal princess in the entire world. And I'm not going to comment on what Elizabeth looks like because I have no idea what she looks like. I wish both children, though, all the happiness in the world, and I hope they will be successful in whatever they choose to do. So if Lilibet is real, well, there's certainly no trace of her birth. There was a Diana Marie, I think was the name, born at the hospital around that time, but Meghan Markle was not the mother. And I think somebody eventually is going to come and expose all this secrecy for what it really is. I'm just disgusted that Meghan Markle has made it all such a mystery. Also, Charlotte is incredibly lucky to grow up with Catherine as her mother. There are plenty of advisors available too. She's going to grow up to be just as beautiful as her mother is, maybe even more so. And as for Elizabeth, if anything, Elizabeth needs to avoid her mother's advice. She doesn't need to listen to her mother when it comes to how to dress herself, or she's going to risk looking frumpy as well. She's never going to outrank Charlotte, though, because she is the child of the next king. People also need to stop going after these children. Even though I can't stand her parents, I'm not going to say anything bad about Lilibet because she's just a little girl, and I do feel sorry for her if she really exists. Charlotte, though, she's already stunning. She inherited probably some of the best genes in the world. She has amazing parents. She's beautiful. She's intelligent. And her royal lineage is nothing to scoff at. She is a real princess, and her father will become king. There's no doubt either about who her parents are. The opposite, though, is the case for Elizabeth. And if she really exists again, I feel really sorry for her. If Lilibet inherited a lot from her mother, I don't believe she's going to be as stunning as Charlotte. Because look at Meghan. She's not all that beautiful. I know some people say that she is. I know Harry has talked about how sexy she is. I don't see it. When she was younger, she was cute, but she's not like Catherine. And her personality is so awful. She's a liar, she's manipulative, and she's a narcissist. There is a lot lacking. And I don't even want to talk about the father. But if she is real, I just hope that she was born to a surrogate. And I hope that she doesn't have either Meghan or Harry's DNA. I do feel sorry for these kids, but really, I'm kind of convinced they're not real. And eventually, the truth is going to come out either way. Lilibet has only been seen one single time since her first birthday. So, how are these people trying to compare the cousins? Now, in the end, Charlotte is going to be raised by practicing royalty. She will be surrounded by plenty of cousins and family members who love her to bits. Who is Lily, though, going to be growing up with? Honestly speaking, none of us get to choose where we were born, and the disparity also comes from her mother, Meghan. Even if she's real, which I don't really believe, she's going to be a nobody just like Meghan Markle. Once Harry wakes up and realizes what a mess he has gotten himself into and leaves her, I do hope King Charles takes all the titles away, and then we won't have to hear about any of them ever again. Charlotte, however, is going to be known as the Princess Royal when her father becomes king. The title goes to the oldest daughter of the monarch. And I hope that Lilibet will become famous for her own accomplishments. I hope that she does better than her parents do. It's not Lily's fault that her parents are such sorry pieces of crap. She shouldn't be punished for that. The sins of the parents shouldn't be inherited by the children. Harry and Meghan need to apologize for everything they have done, and if the kids are real, then their children's development, success, and reputation is going to be affected by what their parents did. And maybe we shouldn't even refer to Harry and Meghan's invisible daughter as Lilibet. Maybe Marge would be better, considering the Queen was furious that they went ahead with naming the child after her when she didn't give them her permission. Apparently, the Queen was very upset. It was reported that her private secretary had never seen her so angry in all the years he had worked for her. Meghan Markle is a dimwit, and Harry is too. He really should have known better. I just hope they have the good sense to stay put where they are and live quietly and completely out of the public eye. And look, I'm just commenting here. I am not trying to attack this little girl because she is just a child if she's real. So if she really exists, it's important that we remember she didn't do anything wrong. The people who did something wrong are her parents, Harry and Meghan. And really, they were wrong in the way they're raising their kids because they have not been protecting them. All right, so now the next bit of news. What is Prince Harry's stake in the British royal family? Well, Harry is still a member of the family. Technically speaking, he's allowed to use the surnames Windsor or Mountbatten-Windsor because his grandfather, Prince Philip, joined the Mountbatten family before he married the then Princess Elizabeth. And he might receive legacies or bequests from family members in their wills when they pass away. That's going to be their choice. But I'm sure this information is going to be private. We're not going to hear about it. In my opinion, though, this is the limit of his stake in the family. It's important to remember, too, that Harry's family also carries out a hereditary function where the senior member of the family also holds the role of being head of state for about 14 countries. Well, that's a lot more work than one person can manage. So trusted senior members of the family are delegated to fulfill assigned roles on behalf of the monarch. And these roles include stuff like senior diplomatic duties, like state visits to other countries, and of course, they're patrons of charities too. Harry quit his job, and when he did that, he also resigned from the diplomatic role that a monarch may consider tasking him with. So he certainly lost that stake in the operation of the family. When he resigned from his position as a working royal, he also quit representing the monarch at ceremonial functions, and he also lost the honors granted to him, which emphasized the close connection between the monarchy and the armed forces. Now, he kept some connections with charitable organizations, but he's lost the kudos of representing the monarch. His stake in those organizations, while they're still there, had certainly been diminished because he's not really linked to the monarch anymore. Generally speaking, members of the royal family are well respected. Now, in some cases, they're more respected than other cases. I mean, Harry certainly did have a stake in that general goodwill while he operated under the banner of the monarch, his grandmother. So basically, though, once he started attacking his family, that goodwill was completely gone. Right now, I view his stake in the royal family as incredibly limited. Basically, it's limited to how much money he can make off trashing them and throwing them under the bus and exaggerating about his treatment while he was a member of the royal family. And without them, his source of income completely dries up. Well, these are today's main topics, and I would love to know your thoughts on these issues too. Please leave a comment below, and don't forget to support us by liking, sharing, and subscribing to the channel. Thank you for watching all the videos. I'll be back soon to see you again in other videos on our YouTube channel.